तो चलिए without further ado I'd like to invite Shonali. Shonali, please join us, जो इस फिल्म की डायरेक्टर हैं.
Thank you so much, Aamir. I can't tell you how deeply grateful and honored I am, because as you know that if I had to choose anybody, not just in our country, but in the world, and I told you this when you watched it, to present my film, to present the first look to the country of the film, I would choose you, because I feel you not just stand for what is best in Indian cinema as an actor and as a producer and as a director, but also you've shown that with the issues you stand for in the program you've done. And some of the things have intersected with our film on sexuality and disability. So I'm really, really over the moon when you said you could make time. And it's very generous of you to make the time and come here for my film. So thank you for that. So I'd like to start by introducing everybody who's worked on the film and bring them up here before we start the official press conference. It's really, really fantastic and exciting that so many of them are here. I'd like to start with the person without whom I couldn't have done this film, who's the co-writer, co-director, and the producer of the film, Nilesh Maniyar. The key creative heads of this film. You know, in this film, I think with any film, every aspect of filmmaking is so important, the details, and I was absolutely so privileged and lucky to have the people that I got as the heads of department on this film. It was hard work. I pushed them really hard, and I think together we created what we have done. So I'd like to start by inviting Prasoon Joshi, our lyricist. Sound designer Rasool Pukuti. Rasool and I have worked on all our films together, Amu and Margarita with the Straw. Music composer Mikey McCleary. My editor Monisha Baldava. Costume designer Niharika Bhasin. I'd also like to call our co-producers. Of course, it was an honor that Viacom 18 partnered with Ishan Talkies, and they've been with me right from the beginning, right from the stage of the script to bring this film forward to the country and to release it, and that's just thrilling and exciting. So, Ajit, will you be coming back on stage? So, for me, the two screenings that were the most scary and important for me were showing it to Ajit and then Aamir. And with Ajit, really so, because with Ajit, I don't know Ajit, like I know Aamir's taste. So I felt Aamir is likely to like it, and especially he doesn't want to fight with Kiran, so he's really likely to like it. But with Ajit, I don't know Ajit, and when I joined with Viacom, I didn't know, and I remember when he walked in, I was just terrified. And I was watching him watch it, and he was laughing and crying, just the way Aamir did when he watched it. And at the end, he came and hugged me, and he said, "It's the best film I've seen," and I'll never forget that moment. Thank you, Ajit. But this film couldn't have been made with two very, very important people who are the co-producers of the film. Like, it takes an army to make a film, and it wasn't just enough to have the studio. So I'm really thrilled and honored to have with us from Pune our two co-producers, Ravinder Jakotia and Mr. Dharmesh from Cool Homes. And the most important co-producer for this film, who's also my uncle, from the organization ADAPT, Able Disabled All People Together, Mr. Satya Loor. We thought a lot about how we would cast this film and whether we'd be able to actually pull it off. It was a really scary decision. I felt that if I can't find that right actor to play Laila, I'm going to not make this film, because it was so important that that character, Laila, be able to pull off. And while you're watching this film, you don't realize that she's actually an able-bodied actor. And to pull that off is something so difficult. Nilesh was the casting director as well, and Kalki was his very first choice. And I told Kalki that, you'll need to do an audition. And if you can even give me a jhalak, 10% of that role in that audition, and if you can commit to working for 3 to 6 months, then we should partner to do this. And she was the one person in India who really gave that jhalak, as well as understood that it's not enough to have talent, but you need to have commitment and hard work and perseverance to pull off a role like this. It's not surprising that at the Talent Black Nights Film Festival, Eddie Redmayne got the Best Actor for Theory of Everything, who won the Oscar, and Kalki got Best Actress. If India could participate in the Oscars, I have no doubt that it would be Kalki who would have been answering that acceptance speech at the Oscars. So please help me in welcoming Kalki Koechlin. Kalki Koechlin. It's pronounced Koechlin. Kalki Koechlin. Revati was really sad that she couldn't join us today, and she's hopefully will be there before the release. She's a very, very important person in this film. But I'm thrilled to have two of my other actors here who are also important in the film. First of all, character playing Khanum, Shayoni, who we're actually launching in this film, Shayoni Gupta. She's just been absolutely brilliant, and internationally, just as everyone couldn't believe it, that Kalki didn't have cerebral palsy, nobody could believe that Shayoni was actually sighted and not visually impaired. So, and Hussain Dalal, who plays Dhruv. Any other cast and crew are here of Margarita, please come up on stage. Atika Chauhan, Hindi dialogue writer, Vikram Nath Gupta, first AD, Joy Barua, guest composer. I'm sorry, I can't see. And Virginia Holmes, makeup. We couldn't have done it without you, Virginia. Anyone else? Okay, thank you all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, can we have a round of applause for all of them? We will now begin with the Q&A. Ladies and gentlemen, requesting Mr. Amir Khan, Shonali Bose, Kalki Koechlin, Ajit Andhare, Rasul Pakutti, Nilesh Manyar, Prasun Joshi, Mikey McCleary, Ravindra Jakotia, and Dharmesh Katani to please stay back on stage. And Shayoni, please stay back. Yeah, requesting you. You can now ask your questions, introduce yourselves first, raise your hand so that we can pass the mic to you, and go ahead and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, you can now proceed.
पहले आप किस तरीके से किस मनोस्थिति में गए थे कि यार ये फिल्म कैसी होगी, और फिल्म देखने के बाद आपका क्या रिएक्शन था?
चूंकि किरण ने इतनी तारीफ की थी और किरण के टेस्ट पे मुझे बड़ा भरोसा है, तो इतनी तारीफ की थी तो मुझे लगा था कि यकीनन अच्छी फिल्म होगी। और वाकई जब मैंने फिल्म देखी तो आई वाज जस्ट फ्लोर्ड विद द फिल्म। ये फिल्म आपको हंसाती है, रुलाती है, आपको सोचने पर मजबूर करती है, और आखिर में आपको एक सेलिब्रेटरी मूड में छोड़ती है। इट ऑल्सो इंस्पायर्स यू, इट मेक्स यू फील गुड। यू नो, इट्स वेरी लवली स्टोरी, वेरी वेल मेड फिल्म, बहुत ही बेहतरीन फिल्म मुझे लगी। और बहुत कम फिल्में हैं मुझे लगता है हिंदुस्तान में जो हम बनाते हैं जिसमें कि जो हमारे मेन लीड कैरेक्टर्स होते हैं वो उन्हें कोई तकलीफ होती है, जिस्मानी तौर पे कोई तकलीफ होती है, जिसे आम ज़बान में हम डिसेबल्ड कहते हैं या डिफरेंटली एबल्ड कहते हैं। मुझे बल्कि कई डिफरेंटली एबल्ड लोगों ने ये सवाल पूछा है कि आप क्यों ऐसी फिल्म नहीं बनाते ऐसे किरदारों के ऊपर, ऐसे कैरेक्टर्स के ऊपर। तो जब मैंने ये फिल्म देखी तो मुझे लगा कि हाँ, वाकई आखिर किसी ने ये फिल्म बनाई है। और ये फिल्म जो आपके लीड प्रोटैगनिस्ट हैं वो डिसेबल्ड हैं या डिफरेंटली एबल्ड हैं, लेकिन उनमें जो जज्बा है वो बहुत ही कमाल का जज्बा है, तो बहुत ही कमाल की फिल्म बनाई है। तो आई थिंक जो आमतौर पे जो हमारे समाज में जो लोग हैं जो डिफरेंटली एबल्ड हैं, उनके हीरोज़ कौन हो सकते हैं, उनके लिए कौन किरदार हैं, उनके किरदार भी हम पर्दे पे देखें, तो ये एक फिल्म है जिसमें ऐसा हमें मौका मिलता है।
Shonali here. To your left, slightly to your left. You can see my hand raised here. Here, slightly. Yeah. Lovely trailer. You have handled the subject very well from what I can see, from the trailer. What is the census certificate that you are hoping to get for this?
I think UA, Ajit. Ajit told me that. We got a UA for our trailer with no problem.
But no, given the new censor board issues that have been cropping up, do you see you getting a UA for this? Or
I'm not experienced enough to answer this question.
Amir, can you answer?
See, as she said, we've already got a UA for the trailer. That's why the trailer is in front of you, and we will try and get a UA for the film. But if it requires that we compromise, the core of the film to get a UA, we will not do that. And for that, if we have to get an A but still be true to the film, I think we are very clear we will do that, because this is a film that should express itself the way it is.
Shinali, here. So here, Sonia from IBM towards your right. Yeah. Should I stand? Oh, okay. Talking about censor only, recently this film has come up, Dam Laga Ke Haisha, and censor has muted this word lesbian from the film. And since your film also depicts a this kind of relationship, what do you have to say about it? And do you think that really censor is going to create problems for the giving you UA certificate? And if censor comes up with something like this with your film also? And Amir, I would also like to have answer from you also on this as a filmmaker.
I mean, the thing is, how can we predict what the censor board will do? So we might as well wait and see what they come out with, firstly. And I believe that list, they had issued a list of names. And after that, that's been retracted. So I'm not worried about things like that. And I think one has to just wait and see. Personally, I'm anti-censorship. I feel there should be a rating system. I feel it's ridiculous that we are infantilized in this country in this way. My first film, Amu, was censored, and it was censored because there was no sex and violence in the film. They said, why should young people know a history that is better buried and forgotten? Because that film was on a genocide. So I'm very strongly against this kind of censorship. As to what this censor board will do, I don't know. I'm going to hope for the best, and let's see what they come up with.
Yeah, well, I don't think we should try and preempt what the censor certification will be and how the members will react. I think we should allow them to, see it in an unbiased manner without any pressure. But I feel that, in a country like India, which is a democracy where we have freedom of speech, it will be quite difficult to not allow a film, on unreasonable grounds. I have faith in our democracy. I feel it will be very difficult to allow unreasonable things to happen, and it may take a little longer. I think you'll have to go through the procedure of perhaps even, it's happened in the past, you can approach the court, the courts of law, and they can also take a decision on this and help you. Because I think freedom of speech is a very important right that we have as individuals living in India in a democracy. And I'm sure the justice system will protect that right. I have no doubt about that. So I think the film is a very beautiful film. It's a very creative film. It's a very beautiful film. And in my opinion, I see absolutely no reason why they should have any problems.
Hi, Amir, this is Faridun from Bollywood Hungama. Actually, today morning we spoke to Mr. Mukesh Bhatt, and he said that Anushka's film NH10, it had gone for censors yesterday, and the censor board has refused certification for it because apparently there are some cuss words in the movie. So, and they had this meeting with the INB minister some time back, and he had said that all that 28 words won't be applicable, and I'm not in favor of that. But somehow it's not working. So, like a movie like NH10, Anushka Sharma may be going to High Court for appealing to it. So, there are still things over there.
Yeah, so I think that this is probably a time and a phase that we are passing through. But I think all of us who believe in freedom of speech should come together. I completely agree with what Shonali said earlier. I'm also not in favor of censorship. I'm in favor of the rating system. So in a democracy, I don't think I should be told what I can say, what I can't say. But you can certainly see my film, the censor board can see my film, and say that the kind of material that you have made is not appropriate for people below this age, for children below this age. So you can say, 12 and below, or 12 and above can watch it, or 15 and above can watch it, or 18 and above can watch it, which makes it an adult film. So I don't think that adults in our country need to be told, need to be kept away from material. They will themselves choose what they want to see and what they don't want to see. An adult person, will decide what he wants to see and what he doesn't want to see. But so I think that's what I believe. And if we do, as an industry, if we do face it as a problem, then certainly I'm quite sure that all of us will come together and face that
Because it
together.
is unprecedented that a movie has been denied certification. You know, you can tell that these things are there and maybe you should just rework. So these are different times somehow. This has never happened, I think. So.
Yes, it is rather unusual. I'm also surprised to hear that a film has been denied certification. That is extremely, extremely unusual and perhaps unprecedented. So if that's happening, that's very unfortunate. And certainly we should come together and approach the authorities, which we believe will listen to reason.
Amir, on a lighter note, on a lighter note, I'll be asking you this question. You said because Kiran liked the film and you had to see it. What are the other things that Kiran likes and you cannot refuse her?
There is no such thing that I cannot refuse. That I can refuse, rather.
On your fingertips, could you name them? Like
What are the things I can't refuse? Well, actually, Kiran is a lovely person, yeah. It's very difficult to refuse her.
Definitely, yeah.
It's extremely difficult to refuse anything she says. So I quite enjoy listening to her, actually. Because most of the time it's for my own good.
Hi, good evening. Myself, Vaishali Chandra from Koimoy. My question is for Kalki. What do you take back from the journey of Laila? Being with the character for so long, portraying it.
Well, before I started the film, I knew nothing about cerebral palsy except for one film I'd seen, My Left Foot by Daniel Day-Lewis. And it opened my eyes to how little education we all have. And I'm a pretty privileged, educated person in the country. And I have had very little exposure to how to be around somebody who's disabled, to know, just basic how do you behave around them. You feel awkward, you don't know what to ask them and things like that. So this whole process really opened my eyes, meeting Malini Chib, who's Shonali's cousin and who has cerebral palsy. And then going to ADAPT and working there. It just made me realize, the basics of human, that we're all human beings and that we need to understand each other, and the only way to do that is to ask questions and talk to each other face to face. And this film really, what I love about this film is it doesn't take disability or sexuality and make it this big issue. It says this is how life is. So what? Get on with it. You still get on with life. And Laila's character has this sort of beautiful sense of life and, a way of, getting up every time and making a joke out of things. And that's something that Malini Chib also really has in her life. And I think she was a huge inspiration for Shonali and for me, just because, this attitude, which you see already in the trailer, but you'll see a lot more in the film, of, Laila's love for life, basically. So, yeah, I learned a lot from the film.
Amir, yeah. लव जिहाद मामले में बीजेपी लीडर प्राची साध्वी ने खान की फिल्म
I think आज हम लोग मार्गरेटा के बारे में बात करें, क्योंकि वरना टॉपिक यहाँ चले जाएगा, है ना?
ओके सॉरी, उन्होंने खान की फिल्म ना देखने की मांग की है, इस पे व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन इट?
I think I'd like to answer questions about Margarita. Otherwise, I'm here to support the film. I really feel that we should talk about the film. और भी मौके होंगे ये सब बातें करने के लिए.
I just wanted to ask, because the film has already been released abroad, and I believe, it has gone to the film festivals, and must be in the process of getting properly released in various other markets, overseas markets. Now, they also have a certification system. How do you think, what kind of certification do you expect for the film in the US markets, for instance? Has it been released in the US market by any chance?
No, not yet. But there, of course, it's just a rating system. But I wouldn't expect an R. R is the equivalent of the A certificate here. I don't think it would be an R rating.
R is not equivalent to A certificate here. Actually, 17 plus is equivalent to A certificate here. But then there have been films like, Blue is the Warmest Color. They have not been released. They are also about lesbian relationship. It is a Palme d'Or winner film at Cannes, but it hasn't been released in US. It is not getting any certification.
Yeah. So let me
Is
just
that
clarify.
because of certification?
Yeah, they also have this rating system, which is akin to certification in the sense that unless you have certain ratings, suppose you have above 17 rating, cinema halls won't allow non-adults to enter the cinema hall. They enforce it very strictly, not the way we do it here, where even the kids can go in for adult cinema and nobody stops them. So they're very, very strict about this. The exhibitors in US and everywhere, I mean, whatever is my experience, and I have some experience in this area, they're very, very strict about it.
Are you saying that an American film is not released because it's not been passed by the censors over there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that an American
you're not saying
film
that,
has to have a rating if the adults to enter the cinema hall.
Yes, so
which is not enforced that way here in India.
May I answer? So with Margarita with the Straw, firstly, that's not a right parallel with Blue is the Warmest Color. I mean, you haven't seen the film. It's actually not a lesbian film. It's not that kind of film at all. And Blue is the Warmest Color, the problem for its release is not about certification, just to correct you on that. I lived there. With Margarita with a Straw, it's interesting that it's actually been selected by high schools, by teachers, and requesting me to go and speak. And this is 8th grade onwards, where they would like their students to see the film. So I'm very confident there's not going to be a problem with certification. We have sold to North America, to Japan, South Korea, Spain, various other territories. We opened at the Toronto Film Festival, where it was our world premiere. We won the NetPack Jury Award. The response from young people and from parents wanting their kids, actually, teenage kids, to see it has been overwhelming and amazing. The way the youth has responded to this film, not just youth of different countries, but our own Indian youth who live abroad. So that has been fantastic.
Hi, Shonali, I want to ask.
I just want to add to this कि हम लोगों को पता नहीं ऐसा क्यों लगता है कि देखिए आपको मुझे एक चीज़ बस कहनी है यहाँ पे क्योंकि जब सेंसरशिप की बात आती है और हम लोग सोनाली से भी सवाल कर रहे हैं और इस बार पे बात सवाल करते हैं तो कहीं एक अंदर से एक लगता है कि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लोग चोरी करके अपनी फिल्म निकालना चाहते हैं और जो फिल्म किसी के लिए मुनासिब नहीं उसे दिखाना चाहते हैं ऐसी मंशा ये एक गैर जिम्मेदार लोगों की इंडस्ट्री नहीं है ये क्रिएटिव लोगों की इंडस्ट्री है जो अपनी बात कहना चाहते हैं उसमें गैर जिम्मेदारी नहीं है उसमें कहीं ये नहीं है कि अगर सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाए तो निकाल लें यूए निकाल लो वो निकाल लो ऐसा नहीं है ऐसे लोग नहीं है ये लोग तो कहीं मुझे लगता है कि इंटेंट को ना क्वेश्चन करके ये उसकी प्योरिटी को समझें कि एक फिल्म मेकर जो है अच्छी नीयत से वो समाज को बिगाड़ने के का एक झंडा लेकर नहीं निकला है अपने हाथ में कि चलो समाज को बिगाड़ते हैं बच्चों को बुरी चीज़ें दिखाते हैं ऐसा एक मुझे लगता है जब भी हम सवाल करते हैं कहीं तो ऐसी एक नीयत सी दिखाई देती है
Hi. Shonali, I want to ask a question.
देखिए इस पर एक चर्चा होनी चाहिए इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूं अगर ये ऐसा वक्त आया है कि ये चर्चाएं हों तो इट्स वेरी गुड इन डेमोक्रेसी दैट वी आर discussing this and I think I'm sure if we openly discuss this and we are ready to listen to each other I think there will be a way out which will be good for us.
Amir, my question is to you. Hi Amir, Amir? Yeah. Center? Yeah. She openly spoke to print media saying that about the AIB controversy that your reaction was more emotional than moralistic. Do you even speak to the electronic media that...
On some other day.
May I just ask a question related to the film?
See, I think it's very important that we talk about this film today.
Perfect.
I'm sure you'll have many opportunities to ask me. And whatever I've answered, you must have read.
Hi.
Just one thing, possibly on the censor issue. I've just come back from France where we had our French premiere. And in that festival, there was a young jury where kids from 15-year-old to 18-year-old were on jury, 20 kids. And they unanimously chose Margarita with a Straw for that jury award.
Wow.
So I hope that answers the question.
सोनाली मेरा आपसे सवाल है सेंटर सेंटर
Shona, I just want to ask a question related to the film and only the film.
सोनाली मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है आमतौर पर देखा जाता है फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड
Let her just finish the question.
So I just wanted to ask, both disability and sexuality are really strong subjects on their own. When you had written the script and when both the actors saw it, I just want to know the first reaction on reading such a strong script.
let the actors answer.
Yeah, I want your reaction from their reactions along with yours as to how you thought a person would react to your script as well.
I mean, I love the script. You know, Shonali emailed it to me, I think, and I immediately wrote back to her and said that I love the script, and it scares the hell out of me that you even think I can do this, and I need to know whether I can do this as well. So, you know, that audition was probably more for me than for you, Shonali. And no, I mean, you know, it's never discussed, this whole, this story of a girl who falls in love with herself. That's what the film is about. At the end of the day, it's about somebody who's accepting herself, and it's a normal teenage story. You know, it's a regular story of a girl going out and, you know, with all your hormones going haywire and all of that, and discovering what it is to be awkward, and then finally, and making mistakes, and then finally growing up, coming of age. That's what the film is about, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
Not even for a moment did I feel weird about the whole concept, because there was a lot of there's a lot of respect that I had for Shonali after watching Amo, and I had watched it in college. She had come with the film. But after I read the script, not even for a second did I even think that, you know, why, how, will I be able to? Yes, will I be able to as an actor to pull this off, as it's a very, very difficult and challenging character to play, but not what you're asking. No, never did it bother me. And also, you have to completely depend on your director, and you have to completely trust the people who are trying to make the film, and that trust was completely there on Shonali, Nilesh, and Anne, who was the DOP of the film and has done a tremendous job. So it's the representation and the treatment, and the story was so beautiful that, and once you see the film, you'll realize that it's the story of Laila and these people, these enormously strong women, the three women that are in the film. It's their story. So you won't even think about these things, you know, once you've seen the film. Thank you.
Just to say about the script for me, we were very privileged and lucky. I was the first Indian to win the Sundance Mahindra Global Filmmaker Award, which was given to the screenplay. And, you know, people like Shabana, Shyam Benegal, Anurag had done the screening to choose this, and then Sundance chose that from the top three, they chose this. And I remember when I went to the Sundance Writers Lab, I felt that, you know, well, you know, this is the Indian winner, like what's going to happen now? Like, you know, maybe they'll say some superficial things. And, you know, I had already spent a year with Nilesh writing this when I went there. And they tore it to bits, and they felt that I was not in it the way I was with Amu, that I wasn't deep in the character's skin. It felt very much that I was looking from the outside, and I instantly realized and recognized that because I was writing about my sister Malini, that it was very external. And after that lab, I went even deeper and wrote from a very, very deep place, and really owned it, and wrote from my own experiences in life and my own pain and loss and love and everything. And I loved that the NETPAC jury called it that, a love letter to life, because it is my love letter, and it's my love letter to India. And I'm most excited to bring this deeply personal story and film and script of mine to India.
सोनाली, मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है, सेंटर, आपसे सवाल है कि जैसे देखा जाए कि फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड लोग हैं, उनके इमोशन को या सेक्सुअलिटी को आज भी हमारे देश में टैबू का सब्जेक्ट माना जाता है। तो मैं जानना चाहूँगा, फिल्म बनाने के दौरान कितनी तकलीफ़ों का सामना करना पड़ा, कितने चैलेंजेस आपके सामने आए, कितना रिसर्च किया आपने?
सॉरी, मैं इंग्लिश में मुझे जवाब देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारा ये डिसएडवांटेज है कि हम इस देश में, वैसे मैं बंगाली हूँ, और तो हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, और फिर अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारा एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हमें इतना कॉलोनाइज करते हैं कि अंग्रेजी ज़रा साफ आती है, तो उसके लिए आई एम सो जेलस ऑफ प्रसून एंड आमिर दैट खराखट सो नाइसली दे कैन आंसर इन हिंदी। एक दिन ऐसा भी होगा मेरे लिए, तो मैं इंग्लिश में जवाब दूंगी कि मेरा for me the biggest learning was growing up with my sister Malini, who's just 1 year younger than me. And when we were teenagers, I remember that I felt very conscious that I couldn't date anybody because she was more romantic than me, and she always wanted to fall in love and was always surprised when men looked at her that they weren't actually in love with her just because they were being kind to her, and it broke my heart more than it broke hers. And I was like, I can't date anybody because she's the one who wants to date somebody more. And then, you know, I went to America to study and moved on in life and forgot about that. And when I was 40 and she was 39, we had met in London. We were having a drink together. And, you know, the title actually, just to divert for a second, when I was writing the first draft of the film, at the end of writing that draft, it just came up with this title, Margarita with a Straw. And one of the reasons is that Malini has always outdrunk me. This is one of the myths we also have about the disabled. You don't think that the disabled can have a drink, you know, leave alone have sex. And she's always outdrunk me. And when we'd go out drinking, and I would, actually I'm not a big drinker, I would say, हाँ एक नींबू पानी और एक whiskey soda, इस plastic cup में whiskey soda डालना वो straw के साथ. Because you don't have really grown up nice cups for the disabled, so then these plastic children's sippy cups. And the thought came to me, and you need a straw because otherwise she can't sip it. And so the idea came to me that a drink with a straw, and I came up with Margarita because my son said, you know, don't say this in public. It's really embarrassing because it's a cliche, but I'm going to say it. But basically, you know, when life hands you lemons, you can be bitter and sour, or you can make lemon juice. And in my case, I made a margarita when life handed me lemons and raised a toast. But Malini and I were having a margarita, and I said, Malini, what do you want for your 40th birthday? It's the best birthday ever. And she said, and sometimes her speech comes out crystal clear, and this was one of those moments. And she said, I just want to have sex. And it hit me really hard, actually, because I had not thought about my sister's sexuality. And she wrote a brilliant book, One Little Finger, because she typed it with one little finger. And in that book, she actually wrote that it's actually family members and carers who the most overlook the sexuality of the disabled. It made me very conscious as a sister that I had also forgotten that. And that was the spark for me, for the story of looking at the sexuality of the disabled. I didn't really need to research that as much because I've grown up with Malini and many other young people because my entire family has been in the movement for disability. So I knew how they think and feel. It's just I had neglected that to think about that for her, to do something about it. But I was very aware of how it would play out, how I would write it, and how I would actually end up directing it. So I think that part wasn't hard for me at all.
Gentleman from Viacom, a question for you. Yeah.
All right, before we take the question forward, we'll just take the last two questions. Thank you.
What sort of release strategy are you planning for Margarita with a Straw? Because we've seen in the past a movie like Lunchbox. It's become one of the most biggest commercial success internationally. And even in India, it's done exceedingly well because the belief was there. So what sort of release strategy are you having for Margarita with a Straw, both in India as well as abroad?
One word, honesty. I think we're not trying to do anything. We're not trying to change the animal. You know, if it's a giraffe, we're not making it into a penguin. You know, it's a tall animal. It can see itself. It can express itself, and we would present it the way it is. So, you know, there was a thought that, you know, how can we continue with this title? Should we have a Hindi name and so on and so forth? But I think we are placing that entire hope, expectation, and some sort of burden on the audience that we are ready to take this risk. Are you ready to look at this cinema? Are you ready to appreciate this cinema? And I think, therefore, the strategy really reflects that. It's going to be true to the film. It's going to be for the audience that it is meant to be. And I think, to me, the film will speak for itself. And it's the word of mouth which will really drive this. See, I think let's leave that because that's something that gets decided closer to the release. You know, depends on what are the other things in the theaters and so on and so forth. But let's just say that we will take it to anybody and everybody who is the audience for this kind of a film. Yeah.
आमिर आपसे सवाल है कि लाइला को पसंद है मार्गरीटा, वो जाती हैं खरीदने, शॉपकीपर से मांगती हैं. इन जनरल आप कैसे जाते हैं रात में और क्या खरीदना पसंद करते हैं?
इन जनरल मैं कहाँ जाता हूँ? रात को तो मैं घर पे रहता हूँ भैया. रात को तो मैं घर पे ही रहता हूँ.
Kalki, this question for you.
I'm sorry, for French television, Shonali and Amir, do you think that there are many actresses and actors in Bollywood who are willing to take as much risks as Kalki in a role? As much risk as her?
I don't think, though, I find Kalki is unique, but not because she's French. She's really more Indian than me. She's lived in this country longer. She's born in Pondicherry. You know, she's completely Indian to the core. I don't think it's her Frenchness that makes her. I think she's an amazing person. And as an actor, yes, it's very true that Kalki is really willing to push herself, to take risks, but also to do that hard work. Amir as an actor is also one of those people who, these are actors who we die to direct as directors because they spend months into getting into the skin of a character. So So we're sitting here with 3 such actors who believe in that kind of work, and I'm very honored and privileged to be sitting with 3 such talented actors as Shayani, Kalki, and Amir, who believe in that kind of work. And I feel as directors, such actors exist in our country. I think what happens with Bollywood is that we don't push the boundaries enough. Directors, or for whatever reason, producers, wrong notions of audiences, don't push those boundaries enough and don't give our actors those challenges that they're up for, I think. And it's a changing time. It's an exciting time to be directors and actors and filmmakers in India.
Kalki,
all right, that will be our last question. Please.
Kalki Sakhi from Times Now. I want to ask you, Amir, right here. This is a question for you and Amir both. You're always, Kalki, you're always trying to push the envelope in terms of whatever projects you're doing. And here, somewhere you're talking about a woman's sexuality. And that topic, somehow, for the nation has always been controversial with the Nirbhaya rape case, with the rapist coming on board and talking about why, he would rape that girl. And he would probably kill her after doing that. And he was justifying his move. For someone like you, who is playing such strong roles on the screen, what do you have to say about that? There's been a huge parliamentary discussion about this as well. It's a big political issue. And somewhere you're trying to, dabble in that space through your roles as well, especially this one. So what would you have to say?
I don't think the 2 things are related, if you ask me. So I don't know how your connection, drawing the connection.
Just talking about a woman's sexuality,
I think the film is actually, that is one of the aspects of the film. The film is many, many things. That's just one of the aspects.
I really don't think there's anything controversial about a woman's sexuality. Really, it's the most basic thing.
No, but with the Nirbhaya rape case,
but that's not this film. We're not talking about that.
No, but I want to ask you about that.
That's maybe another time when we're talking
all right,
about on Women's Day, when we're talking about that.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a round of applause for our panel here?